Hi guys, me Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. I rearranged my OBC, so hopefully it's not gonna glitch on us anymore like it did recently, like freezing the window. Yeah. This thing went down. I'm still not fully like 100%, I think. Was a little under weather recently. Actually that was the wrong charting. Pardonne-moi. Pardonne-moi. Yeah, that's how it went in reality. I'm working on SAT today, so just a quick overview. Bush. It kind of looks cool. 150, 116. This looks cool. Hey, but no manipulation signal. Volume, but not that biggest volume, so we'll have to wait for change of the direction on inferior time frame. That's an interesting move. And that's how our T2 doesn't make any sense, because it contradicts with superior time frame. So yeah, we'll need to wait for hourly to form new levels. It's a coincidence of the levels. And it's an interesting volume, to say the very least. And it's right there, one might say. It's right there. One bar reversal. Anyone? The short looks scary, but short always looks scary. If you have like bigger volumes in our face, never mind this and this. And this is already tested. Let's keep an eye. Let's keep an eye. Now I'm checking Ah, they're probably better off. Let me see. Ah, interesting. That's why. Probably better off put my... How do I do that? Think like this. Yes. I think I'm better off. I don't like it though. I like it up there. Okay, let's continue. Focus, Mishka, focus. That's an interesting move now. That's an interesting move. Boom, look at Q's. What a unvolumed spring. There's nothing that could have helped me unless I merged. But here was the... Yeah, there was absolutely no reason to merge these levels. Boom. You can hear the trash collectors. This is absolutely the biggest volume for all the history of Moscow exchange index future. It's never a sign of continuation of the main trend. And it was like spinning and curling here. So I would be very careful. I'd be very, very careful here. Right. This is how it happened on an hourly. Sorry. Maybe I should start doing hourly in one color too. It's just exhausting to always have to choose in between green and red. Yeah, this is definitely a sign of strength. However, if they set that on daily, it's alarming. The Russian market is such a mess in general. You really never know what's going on in there. Down, 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 up, up. Whatever it was. It held the level, then broke. Yeah. It's like this right now, and this is like way too high up there. However, based off daily, I would say I would say it will break the... And look at this volume. Look at this volume build up here. Say this guy's going up. For now, volume distribution on minutes is short, and I'll show you why. Here is the volume, the bullish volume, and then boom, sellers come in, and then boom, from here, it corrected on the weakness, test level didn't go, and then up, and then boom, resumed. So for now, volume distribution looks bearish. However, we have this volume in our face. It just came here. This great volume. All of this doesn't matter. And then looking at daily, and in daily it looks like I'm sorry. This volume is way bigger than anything on its way down. So why would you have a bigger volume and correction? It should just accumulate additional liquidity and go down, but like boom, this volume comes in. My word is it's gonna be broken. Hourly, however, looks beautiful, and minutes look short. On volume to T1, yeah. Day looks long. Sorry, I'm still recovering from my yeah. Let me try just for now. Yes. RT looks more short, I'd say, because such a volume looks like an exhaustion volume. No, and look at this guy. Yeah, good. Oh, hold on. Yeah, my MOX is already closed. I just checked in with my trading coach. Okay. I was here. Yeah, and untested broke the level, but let's see if there's any entry on hourly, because this looked good for hourly, for sure. Yeah, definitely looked good on hour. But unfortunately, it broke it on test and now goes down. Let's check the 5 minutes. Nothing on 5 minutes. Boom, boom. Yeah, too violent. So now it broke higher. Maybe that was okay for an exclusion. Just to continue it like this and enter here. Let's play by the book. Anyhow, yeah. RTS looks for short, MX looks for long. Interesting. Okay. This guy shows some signs of hope. I need to break even after receiving dividends. Oh gosh. It missed it by a hair. 453.50. 453.70. Oh my gosh. This thing goes down. It's going deep underground. I'm going deep underground. What happened to Jim Require? Was such a cool artist. Okay. So this is how it went. Now we have this, and it's very tempting to, but we have bigger volume, so I don't think I should be worried about this guy. This is our volume level. It's tempting to close it. Let's keep it rolling for now. Yeah, this is good. So this volume comes in, then correction, and then volume again, and then this tail. Yeah, I think it looks good. Let's keep it open. With this kind of tail, I think we're in a good place. And now I'm closing the volume. Yeah, this here you can see the volume, right? Fjord is at the level right now. Whichever way you look at it. I feel like I'm in a win-win situation on Fjord. Goes up, I'm in position. Goes down, I'll buy more. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it wants to break it. That's how it looks to me. Oh, come on. That's the part. So I can't put like, I can't name it, I can't call it sign of strength because it's part of these upper up thrust, and then it's a break under ice at the same time. So I don't know where volume is here. So MOEX, that looks up. Rosneft, we're just keeping an eye. TGK, good. Posi, Samadot. Let's look at our hourly watches. Yeah, it absolutely went higher. It's 1 bar rule. TNA. This 0.5 looks alright on hourly. On daily though, it's like so stretched. Yeah. Boom. Interesting. 0.5, it was exhaustion. That was exhaustion. Very often it will show like as a long day bar, and they just reverse because it's in the place on superior time frame. Volume distribution is horrifying though on the on monthly. It's absolutely horrifying. Yeah, it looks like continuation of the trend, but with this kind of tail I wouldn't be so too excited about it. I wouldn't be too excited about it. Where's our previous? So it's good in continuation of the trend. And the that was the volume. Yeah. Ketchup. There was after the first bar closed bullish and we officially are in correction, this hourly charging didn't make no sense anymore. Yeah. So, and it's down, down, down. So we should consider this thing going long. In which case, and that was a test level that worked. So this volume should not be attributed to uptrend. So next biggest is this. And it checks out, however, yeah, we had this volume in our face. And we have this weird volume, and we're right in this volume. The untested portion of it, right there. Let's keep an eye, but I'll be very skeptical. Oh, look at the MOEX. It's pumping. Yeah, no. I don't think so. It bumped into this volume level and tries to revive, but yeah, it definitely needs to change direction. I'm sorry, do we call it sniffing in English? Schmigget. Uh, Dart? Sniffle? Yeah, sniffle. Dart makes no sense. Yeah, I'm sniffling. Yeah, I think this is good. And the impulse is closed, so we look at 0.5. Don't need it on minutes. On minutes we look at 0.5 from the beginning of this thingy. Yeah. It feels to me like we are in a good place. So it does look like volume exhaustion a little bit, but we have a bigger volume here, so yeah, I think we're good. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Same deal across the board. It's not a balance. So, oops. You see how it tricks something? Fell off my nose. You see how it tricks like exhaustion, 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 and then it just goes higher. So that's why counter trend is not our friend. That's exactly why. It's a balance now. Interesting. Good job, Misha. Good job. I would have been biting my nails right now if I didn't reassess. I don't know, like 1 to 2 is a magic number, you guys. I don't know how that works, but it works all the time. When it hit my virtual stop, I reassess this spring test. You see, like 1 to 2 it gave me, but nothing more. Good job. All I can tell. It's still technically in continuation of the trend, so we should. This 0.5 is still valid. I'm saying, but good job. Progressive. Yeah. Amazon. It doesn't want to go lower, it wants to go higher. It wants to go higher. Or at least it looks like it wants to go higher. Boom. Changes direction. Changes direction. So now it's good for short, but I don't think it is. After this volume, yeah. I did my 1R on this guy and chickened out. So like right now, it's there. Ooh. Well, like on 5 minutes, the volume distribution is good. However, considering low liquidity on this stock, it's a British stock, it's a British alcohol company, so I think it's their like, probably they have the main listing on the London Stock Exchange. I don't even know what is it called, the London Stock Exchange. I'm so local. Don't even know. But yeah. So this is the lowest low. However, it's not at the level, you know what I mean? It's here. This is bullish. This is bullish. Untested. This is neutral. But after this gap, this is bullish. All tested. Yeah, so I don't know. Let's keep an eye. All I can tell, as always, let's keep an eye. This is something. This volume now. Ooh. Boom, you see, told you. Okay, what comes here? Well, technically it's this, but last hour of the day, but last hour of the day, yeah, that was ambitious. I don't think, like, this volume still concerns me. I don't know how to read it. It's like, for me, this volume, like, why there is such a huge volume on spring of the T2? It's a correction, so have this volume though still in our face. So in my understanding of the market on the correction, there should be the bigger volume that we have on the main impulse. It's just the logic of the market. It corrects, it kind of accumulates additional liquidity, and then it continues in the direction of the main trend. It's which is how it works. But when in correction, it all of a sudden has a bigger volume. Like, why? Is my question. That's our continuation of the trends. It still worked, but it was like just too scary. It would still work for 2R, for magic number. And it wasn't even a spring, this was a spring. It's bigger volume. I don't know, I just chickened out. For better or worse. For better or worse, I just chickened out. Yesterday I saw it, but didn't take it. Where are we? We're in a break. So, that'd be fair to... Since we're in a break, we can check the previous... Yeah, that would be sweet. Again, hyper volume, no break. You know what I mean? It's actually the biggest volume for the entire thing. 2-bar up thrust. It was good up to 0.5. Look at this guy. Don't tell me it's a test. So yeah, this would be doable, but by this time probably it will close in the correction. BTI, the merchant of death. Continuation of the trend. Okay. That's in a break. It's a good and continuation of the trend on minutes as well. So that's how impulse like dies out. Volume, weakness, volume. Not even a correction, like 1-bar correction. This volume, and then boom, reaction bar closes up, and then it goes just oy. So technically the previous T2 on hourly is here. That's weird. And then boom again, volume. And it's okay, it has tail because it's a interaction bar. It's jump over creek. There was a struggle. Buyers and sellers were struggling, were wrestling, and buyers won. And they go higher. So that makes sense. It's very important to see the logic of the price movement on this specific stock. Because if the logic checks out, it means you are synchronized. It doesn't mean you understand the market. It means you're synchronized. Your theory work for this specific episode on this specific stock. Goes down, never, yes, so. Uh-oh. That is a 5-minute situation. That was a sign of strength, and then volume just dies out. And the previous T2 on minutes is here. Wait, yeah, up, nothing. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm blocking. Maybe I should make myself a little more about this. Maybe this makes more sense. A little less ambitious. Modesty is the key. First sign of change of direction. Of direction change. However, the break is so minimal. Doesn't make any sense. This guy's stuck for the evening session, waiting for the evening session to start. Boom. This guy breaks. This guy pops up. Let's see our losers. And after losers, we'll maybe take a look. Whoa. Wow. Where was the last time I was doing something on... I was doing something crazy on Eli Lilly. Where was it? Bro, it was here. Remember? Lucky me, I broke even from this. Could have played out differently, could be still in the stock. Remember I was telling you, like, not a good trade. Here, what was I doing here? I don't remember. And it goes slower, as it absolutely should. So technically, this was a change of direction first and then second. I don't want to call it a balance, because why would I? I'd rather see it as a... And you see such a powerful... That's exactly what I meant. Like, such a powerful spring, but why? Why do we have spring that's bigger? On correction. Thanks God it would allow me to see it early. The change of direction. Interaction bar, reaction bar. So that was the first two. And then boom. Oh, even not in the spring, look. And boom, that was a sentence. That was a sentence. You guys. Eli Lilly. What did they do? Discovery, development, manufacture, and sale of pharmaceuticals. Pharma. Boom. You hear the sounds? Like someone is sweeping the street or something. Boom. Went up and then down. 262, 267. That was a level. And then manipulate it, and then so like technically it's in this situation. There is a market situation. Beautiful. It looks like an exhaustion, even an opening. And it is 0.5, but no. See again, since sorry, since we changed the direction, this 0.5 doesn't matter anymore, because now, yes, my friends, we're talking about this 0.5. And I know. It sets its reaction bar. I'd rather see it on. Oh no! Look, you guys. It's still in the reaction bar, not in the reaction bar. But and we need to look at it from the previous. Yeah, this is beautiful. Previous T2, which is here. But this level doesn't make any sense. Yeah, bruh. Shouldn't be buying into this 0.5 at all, because it changed direction. With the volume up thrust and everything in place. This guy is going down. Oh God. Did you guys hear that? We have a Tarzan in the hood. With all this being said, and it's kind of the same. Look at this. It's like super significant volume. It's not only, not only it is the biggest volume on a correction, so like, oh, it's an exhaustion volume, but boom, also, why do we have such a big volume? For the entire trend on correction, we want to see these volumes on a gosh, this was a massacre, you guys. Whoever had it, all these people, this is sad. What's the weight though? All the people pretty much who held from here, from like 1,000. And it was a 0.5, remember? It was 0.5 for this entire thing, so everyone who held this could have been me as well. Their stops have been activated today, hence the volume. And it is gap and go probably. Well, luckily it's like locally it's gap with retest, but in the more long term, yeah, no, it's all shortists. I'm just saying, a lot of pain and suffer is happening here today. Some people didn't check their accounts even yet, and they're screwed. I can't do it in continuation of the trend on hourly, because it's in the T2 of the daily. On minutes though, I could, because it's in a break now. It's in a break now. I'm fooling around, of course, but also I'm not fooling around. That's how the wave was developing. Yeah. Right. That's what I wanted to do. Actually. Yeah, it's a massacre. But also I cannot have, yeah. Technically I cannot have the sign of strength here, but practically this thing is going down. Pharmaceuticals, 1 bar roll. A lot of people lost a lot of money, and also some people gain a lot of money. And I promise you, almost with 100% certainty, that more people lost their money today and less people gained. However, the ones who gained per person gained way more than the ones who lost per person. If you follow what I say, what I mean. There's a lot of retailers, some institutionals of course too, but mainly retailers. This makes no sense. Who are losing money against and their demand, their supply. Gosh, my mind is collapsing. So it gapped down, so like stop losses activated for buyers, so they were selling, so their supply was met by the demand. Someone bought out, even though carefully, because it was still sliding down, but someone, like a lot of people were selling, their stop losses were activating, margin calls, massacre, like especially in these 2 bars, and someone was like buying all this volume, because otherwise trade wouldn't have happened. Could have been another retailers, of course, but I don't think so. And look at this exhaustion. Look how beautiful. Boom. Then went below. So technically it's in a break, but now it's in a balance. But yeah, here where it really stopped. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's an interesting motion. Marx continues. Yeah, that was like too high, way too high. Oh. Let's see how the deal. Oh, and now my yes, ever since here my minutes contradict with my hour. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't, because it broke the level. Yeah, this manipulation doesn't matter anymore. It went higher. So yeah, the moment of truth. Will it hold or will it fall? Okay, and this volume is not that big anymore, right? We have bigger volumes. Yeah, maybe it's still not a bad idea to sell. Oh, This volume though is still bigger. No, it does not. Wait. What was I hoping for here? I don't know. But it makes no sense not to wait for this level now. Yeah, just to be like super detailed. That's where we are right now. This is not good. This is not good. This volume. So yeah. Technically, and again, reaction bar, biggest volume in reaction bar. Never a good sign. Never a good sign. And boom. There's even bigger volume on correction, so now looking like this. Now looking like this. Boom. That's a better volume distribution. However, still not good enough. Because we would want it to be here in 0.5. And yeah, there's a bigger volume on correction, which is kind of, no kind of. That's my acting coach. No kind of, no sort of, no maybes. Certainty, determination. That's what drives people, attracts people to performers. You can be uncertain in your role, but there's also certain certainty about it. If it makes any sense. Actors are weird. Let me just summarize it this way. 11:27, 11:75, so 1 bar rule, and then we are here. Oh no. Certainty in your uncertainty. Just because acting is a weird gig. And it's in a break. And that's our sign of strength. It actually looks good. For continuation of the trend. So yeah, it is continuation of the trend. Or matte. It's going deeper down. Wait, what? I'm on the other side. No, yeah, I'm on the right side. Yes. That was. Wait, what happened here? It went up. Oh, and it's never. Huh, it's weird. Because it never broke. It never changed direction, right? Am I right? Am I right? I am right. Oops. Broke it up. Broke it again. And ever since then, yeah, it's an interesting situation. And it's still at 0.5. So it's expanding. That's expanding. Oh, that is expanding. Ice. You can call it a balance. It's expanding ice in 0.5. We don't like the level though, do we? It's already corrected to 0.5 though. So might have been just that's an upthrust, then another upthrust, and then another upthrust. There wasn't a balance though, was it? No, it was not. So yeah, and so high, MetLife. MetLife sounds like something that will get you high. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it looks like an exhaustion, at least for here. Last hour of the day. Ever since, yeah. Ever since here. Those are like last hour of the day. That's a real volume. But yeah, all in all, that's earnings too. Well, that's a break officially, using the old spread. And that's what we use, excuse me. Use the old spread. Yeah, it's right there. Scary as hell though. It's technically broke the level, I have to say. So that was a spring, and then it kind of flats. And even the volume, there was no volume. Here, yeah, I think. And then volume comes and boom, boom, boom. Yeah, no. Yeah, we need a transition extreme for sure. Would that be getting close? Intel, Caterpillar. Look at this guy. Doing a little balance, and then boom. And then it goes. Then it goes. Technically it broke this level. Yeah, practically it's a balance. And then here, maybe a little something here. 20th of June. You see it all across the board. Wait. Yeah. And anything here on hourly? Then 1 bar reversal. unvolumed. So here, spring test, boom. But there was no closed manipulation signal yet, right? There were not. Yeah. Hold on. And this was yeah. So we already needed a closed manipulation signal here, so. So, wouldn't be able to take anything here. And then, well, 1 bar spring. This kind of volume maybe didn't need any test, but it's earnings as well. It's earnings as well, but technically, and yeah, that was a transition extreme. So after a test, yeah, that was an entrance. Buy the roll, buy the old spread. Just 2R within the hour and daily. Yeah, maybe also something on 5 minutes, I don't know. Maybe something on 5 minutes. Yeah, it's also on 5 minutes. Boom, spring test, boom, ha, like both 5 minutes and 1 hour. 2 trades. 2 trades. That's the transition extreme. Volume not the biggest, but we would have a test, and even this is untested volume. Volume T1, volume 2 bar spring test. What a baby. Caterpillar. What a baby. And our 2R goes well before the volume zone. Maybe just take it from 5 minutes here and then requalify it to, yeah, maybe pick it up from here and then just requalify it to was it the same place? Yeah, just requalified to here. So I wasn't even watching the yeah, and here nothing too wild. Yeah, 2 trades I didn't take. They're overlapping one another, so I think I would rather requalify it. And it's all good. We don't have a closed manipulation signal yet, but regardless, we would only consider it up to, but there's like plenty of room. And well, super technically on daily, but it's in the monthly level. No, I wouldn't need to limit it to 0.5 on hourly. Anyhow, should remember, because it's very important to know which stocks are best and which market situation are best with my system. because some stocks and some market situations, they play out well, some don't, and I'd rather focus on those that really comply with my system of beliefs. Synchronized, rather. They don't comply, they synchronized. Because that means I have a better chance of you see correction like TL, TL, TL. Correction is a big. That's why in Russia they say, if you'll trade correction, you'll lose your erection. That's a trader proverb in Russia. And this is true. I subscribe to this point of view. Trend is your friend, but correction goes against your erection. This volume is weird. Man, my computer started being loud. I wonder how much of this do you hear. I'll need to check it in recording. Yeah, this volume build up is weird, but technically. But once again, correction, correction. Ooh, this is beautiful. And once again, also. Be aware. And also, it's like the volume of hourly doesn't mean that much. Daily, yes. So you need to correspond. So if this is going to be hyper volume, it's like, why? The correction volume is bigger than anything I had on the uptrend. Hourly, like one volume on inferior time frame will not change or stop anything on superior. Can be sign, an indicator, an indication, but never the. I really like the volume distribution. Chances are it will just not give me. Yeah, I like it. Wait, I like it. Wait. There was a transition extremum, so that's more of a. But it's like when levels coincide, it's a balance regardless. That was not bad for a short trade, I think. It didn't go into it. It's like transition extremum, and then change break goes down, down. Here change direction again, and leave it alone, Mishka. We have plenty of stuff to play with. Where is it? Okay, that's enough. I don't want to watch through all my hourly watches, but yeah, we are here. Now look at this guy. Unvolumed now, but how can that be volumed? Unvolumed is like a sentence. I would definitely need a test on hourly, because it's coming after such a big volume here. I see. Reaction bar. The biggest volume is in reaction bar, and it's always like concerning because it looks like it's about to stop, but it didn't. I'm not gonna consider a short trade, but it looks a little short. It looks a little short. Maybe I'm fooling around a little bit too much, you know what I mean? Of course it broke. Boom. Broke up. Yeah, this volume worked in its favor. God damn it. No, I wouldn't be able to read it. I wouldn't be able to read it. That's truth, holy truth, and nothing but truth. Okay, so now it gives us test level, but regardless, there's nothing for me on minutes. And Lily hangs out there. Okay, so it's in correction officially now. So what can we do about it? We just needed to come here, right? That's not what I meant. Lily. Babush. Huge move. And such a powerful break. So it's correction now. Oh yeah, leave it alone. Let it sink. Okay, I'm gonna go. You guys should trade responsibly on your own. Now listen to anyone. No one knows anything. Learn and grow in the communities of like-minded people.